fighters. And Angulo, he's going to press forward. He's the older fighter. He has heavy hands. Berlanga, I expect him to get off, be defensively sound early on. Let this big man, Angulo, an older fighter, veteran, let him wear down a bit. Pick and choose your spots wisely. Use your jab, establish your range, and I would say hit that body. Angulo, remember, he had a tough weigh-in.
Yes, he did. Came in 1.6 pounds overweight. He was
drawn out. Hit that body. Test that body of Angulo.
And it gets harder to deal with at 38 years old. You know, it's interesting how things change when you cover a fighter for so long, because for so long, for the two of us, when we were ringside for a first round of a Berlanga fight, it was all about the clock counting down, and you're anticipating the first round knockout. He had 16 straight to start his career, the shortest of which was 41 seconds. But for the first 16 fights of his career, his average fight length was 98 seconds. That was it. So you were constantly watching the first round, leaning forward, just waiting for the thudding shot.
Beautiful. I like what I'm seeing from Edgar. He's taking his time right now, and he's making Angulo pay. Anytime he makes a mistake, he's making him pay for it. But he has to understand, everything has to be off his jab at the right range. Beautiful stick right there. That's going to establish his offense.
Able to block the right hand from Angulo. Get out of range. Ooh. There's the jab again. Follows it up with a right uppercut and then a left hand that's straight just to the south side of the belt line.
And you see the punch that Angulo's looking for is the right hand.
Comes with it, chopping over the top as Edgar is able to get out of the way. Right hand from Berlanga. Opens up and a left hook is placed in that gap by Berlanga.
See, Angulo right now, he's trying to send a message to Berlanga and let him know that, hey, yeah, I might be old, but I can punch. And I'm in this fight.
23 knockouts in his 27 wins.
Edgar's doing
the jab for Berlanga.
Yeah, Edgar's doing the right thing. Berlanga is just taking his time right now, letting Angulo blow off some steam. I would like him to pick up his jab a bit. That would help him be able to contain Angulo and keep him at bay.
There's work with that left hand.
Love the defense afterwards. Oh!
Right hand comes in from Angulo, then a right uppercut, comes back with the uppercut. Coming to the end of round one, Berlanga and Angulo from New York.
One day you might wake up and think,
time for a change.
When your friend asks,
want to try this place?
And you say, you know what?
Let's try this place instead.
No sticky floor here. When you realize you've never seen a Broadway show, so maybe you'll treat your parents. They'll think it's neat.
This is neat.
So neat.
When you say, I'm gonna go to Daytona Beach.
Nope.
I'm gonna go to the Caribbean. Or is it the Caribbean? And it's almost too beautiful to post. Almost. With Amex, it's never a question of if you're going to level up. It's when.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
Be ready for any arena in the all-new LX600.
This is just the 46th professional round in the career of the 19-0 Edgar Berlanga. Of course, 3 straight distance fights, and then the 3 minutes that just started us off. So 29 rounds in the last 3 bouts in 3 minutes. In that first round, Berlanga was 11 of 40, 11 connects, 40 punches thrown. Angulo was 9 of 38. Chopping shot as Angulo was off balance to the right. A little more willing with the right hand.
See, this round now, Edgar's choosing. He's countering more. He's using stand his ground in spots, allowing Angulo to work, and then what he's doing is he's capitalizing on him sitting still after he punches.
Doubles up the jab.
See, Angulo is changing up his approach. Sometimes he'll take the initiative and strike first, and sometimes he'll wait on Edgar to make a mistake. But Edgar's being very composed right now, just letting his hands fly from where they are, and he's not loading up with every single shot.
Short right uppercut on the inside from the veteran Angulo. Remember, a two-time world title challenger. Angulo came in heavy here, had to make weight on the scale this morning. It was David Benavidez who came in heavy when they fought for the title back in 2020. That was a 10th round stoppage by the very talented Benavidez. Also was in against Zurdo Ramirez. That went the full distance. Angulo against Ramirez was in June 2018. Lead uppercut from Berlanga. Able to get out of the way of that right hand and pops the jab, comes back with a two-punch combination.
You're going to see a lot of Angulo's work down to the body. Right now he's head hunting, but in previous fights his work rate typically and his power shots are normally to the body.
Right now that percentage is at 46% through 2 rounds. And on the clap, a right hand from Berlanga. There's underneath to the body from Angulo, just as you stated.
One day you might realize going to grandma's doesn't count as vacation. When you decide to go to that amusement,
No.
When you decide to go to Hawaii, aloha. Turns out you're beach people.
I think we're beach people.
Whoa, slow down, boys. We know you love it. And did you know they like ceviche? And best of all, the hotel has babysitters, so you have a date night. Remember those? With Amex, it's never a question of if vacation will actually feel like vacation. It's when.
When you're healthy, you're ready for anything. Amazon Halo. Improve your fitness, nutrition, sleep, and more.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley calling the action ringside here. The undefeated Edgar Berlanga against Alexis Angulo, who could have used a GPS system at the end of round 2. Timmy, let me show you what happened here at the end of the round. As Alexis goes back to the neutral corner and says, "Where is everybody? Where'd everybody go? Hey, Alexis, take a hard right." There they are. There's the stool. There's your trainer.
Tess, I gotta say, Tess, you smell that in the air? Do you smell that in the air? It's that ganja. That could be the reason why he went to that corner.
Timmy.
I'm sitting there ringside like, oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Hey, do you guys got any snacks?
The one and only Tim Bradley, America. Bernardo, take it away, please.
Just spoke with Juan de Leon, the new trainer for Berlanga, and I asked him, what do you think of the first 6 minutes? He's like, perfect. He's settled. He's working behind the jab. He's not trying to go after the veteran yet. We're going to set him up, and then we're going to finish him.
And you know, Bernardo, I think that word settled is a key descriptive in the development for Edgar Berlanga, don't you?
Absolutely, and I think with all the adrenaline coming into this building on this date, to be settled, I think is a win already.
And Tim, when it comes to working with a new trainer, simple communication can be a hurdle to overcome early in a main event.
Yes, it is. You know, there's no, boxing don't have like a uniform language. Like every trainer has their own lingo. So I'm actually impressed with what I'm seeing right now. Edgar's actually boxing. He said that he had this ability, and he's being forced right now by Angulo Because Angulo's keep putting that pressure. He's applying pressure behind those heavy hands.
That's what you're going to get out of him all night long. It's interesting, all these moments of discovery of, hey, there's Berlanga boxing. There's Berlanga with the jab, because you can see blood coming from his nose. But that 16 knockout streak, it didn't serve him well. It didn't serve any of us well to really get an understanding of who he was or what he was gathering. Created a marketing dynamo, that's for sure. So blood coming from the nose of Berlanga here in round 3. Another right uppercut from Angulo. Berlanga pushes him back, fires back.
Oh, that pressure, that's going to be mental pressure and physical pressure on Berlanga tonight. Definitely going to test his heart, his will, and also his conditioning. You got to understand that Angulo, he even pushed back Benavidez. And Benavidez is a come forward fighter.
Wildly talented come forward fighter. That went 10 rounds before Benavidez, who came in overweight, was able to get rid of him.
You know that show I was telling you about? Yeah, I was so close to the stage when I saw her, and
she pulled me in. Wasn't expecting that. It was
literally the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was such a scene, but I looked pretty hot.
So hot, I mean, the look on his face.
Face it. You really missed out on the best
time of our lives. You really have to be there. When you're with Amex, you always have a story to tell. It's never a question of if it's going to happen, it's when.
Together, committed to helping preserve what makes the outdoors worth exploring.
It's the Mets and Angels. 2-star studded squads square off on Sunday Night Baseball.
What a great setting here in New York. Top Rank's annual Puerto Rican Day Parade fight night. You know, listen, I know we had some fun with Angulo after the last round going to the wrong corner. Tim, how does it happen twice? How?
Then
he almost went to Berlanga's corner.
That smoke is thick in the air, Tess. I keep telling you, Tess. That's what it is.
Come on now.
I don't understand this.
How does it happen twice that a fighter goes to the neutral corner, then turns around, almost goes to his opponent's corner?
Look, Tess,
it's not like he got buzzed or
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen worse. There's a video right now circulating right now where a guy actually knocked another guy out of the ring. He got back in the ring, and the other guy actually started boxing a ghost in the corner. I'm serious. He was boxing somebody in the corner when the ref said, box. I'm telling you. Ooh, low blow right there. Let's get back to this fight action.
You see it, the promo up here for next week's battle in the light heavyweight division. It is for 3-belt unification. Artur Beterbiev against Joe Smith right here in this ring. Smith, the New York area fighter, who is the unexpected ascent to become a world champion. He's just gotten better and better and better, going through Jesse Hart and later Alvarez and winning the vacant belt. And Beterbiev, who's the only active world champion with a 100% knockout rate. They're in this ring next week.
What is Berlanga doing? You can't be sitting there complaining to the referee with your hands down, and you got a bull right in front of you. Go knock your lights out. Come on now.
Angulo to the inside. He lands that right uppercut.
Not enough counterpunching from Berlanga. He's allowing Angulo just to walk in. He's not giving him anything to look at. Nothing to worry about. When you counter, you got to counter in 1, 2, or 3. You got to counter with something.
Blood streaming from the nose of Berlanga. The undefeated fan favorite here in New York. They're calling out for the 1-2, and he fires the 1-2, hitting that high guard of Angulo.
Not gonna lie, it's so much more that Berlanga could be doing that he's not doing.
What do you want to see?
Man, there's so many combinations he's missing. You got a guy just bullying, coming straight in.
Off the hip with a right hand.
Nice change-up shot right there. That's beautiful. But we need more of that. Let those combinations fly. Get him defensive. Change up your attack. Go to the head and the body. Mix it up.
I love my new home, but it might be too Victorian.
Gosh, interesting hemline on this. Pounds?
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. I save so much.
Pardon me, Your Grace.
Oh, just call me Grace.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon Machado, didn't have the fighting spirit to draw out his passion, he never would have turned chrome into a canvas. If he let a lack of tools stop him, he never would have started tattooing using a homemade machine. And if he listened to those who said you need an art degree, he never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
The Stanley Cup Final begins next week.
Back here live at Madison Square Garden, really entertaining fourth round. Berlanga had 10 of 19 power punches landed. Angulo was 7 of 32 thrown. Let's take you back and show you the best work from each man, including this uppercut from Angulo, Timmy.
Yeah, you know, you got Berlanga right there defaulting on that back foot right there. Yes, he has his left hand somewhat up.
And then Berlanga.
Then you see the counter right there. See a nice little hand feint from Angulo, but then you see the reaction right there. Angulo wasn't anticipating the right hand to come his way, getting hit at mid-range. Beautiful sneak shot right there from Berlanga.
Bernardo, what's going on in the corner of Angulo?
Pedro Diaz told me, look, this is where we have to pick it up, but more importantly, Angulo has to go to the body. Berlanga does not like that, and if we can press that part, we're going to see how brave he is.
And by the way, Feliz Cumpleaños, Bernardo Osuna. Happy 50th birthday, our dear brother.
Berlanga's keeping Angulo occupied when he uses jab. Ooh, just off the mark right there. See, those are the opportunities I'm talking about. Missed opportunities. You make a guy miss, especially a guy older, slow, slow as molasses. You got to make him pay for shots like that, for mistakes like that. And Berlanga's not doing that. And when you're fighting against a puncher, you got to be careful. You can't afford to fall asleep. All it takes is one shot to sneak in there without you expecting it. And they can be lights out.
Circling to the left, just touching him with the jab. Angulo tries to come in with the uppercut again. See Berlanga actually looking up at the big screen to his right where it shows the time remaining in the round.
That's never a good sign, Tess. I see fighters all the time looking up at the time. You got to always be in the moment inside that ring. You ain't got time to be looking up at the time and hoping about the round end. You need to fight every second of the round. That's how focused you need to be inside that ring, especially against a puncher.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? Well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Okay.
Request to come ashore.
Geico.
They say all the world's a stage, but no stage shines brighter than this one. Because here the stars outshine the lights, and the spectacular can be found in every moment.
Look, I want to take the time out right now and apologize for that last statement that I made about that guy that was actually punching, someone in the corner. He actually passed away a few days ago. I had no clue that he passed away, and I just want to give my utmost apology to his family and to his loved ones.
I was unaware of the video you were referencing.
Yes.
I know you were just telling a story based on, but there was the news this week of Sinisio Buthelezi, who passed away in South Africa after a fight. So obviously our thoughts, as is always the case with this sport, we're very aware of the dangers that can come from it, the risks that all fighters take. Jimmy, we appreciate you apologizing.
This is my command. Stop. Stop.
There's sensitivity, obviously, to the circumstances there. Reminder, the State of Boxing comes up on the app on ESPN Plus. At the conclusion of this main event, we'll have all the post-fight interviews, the analysis of Berlanga and Angulo, and get you set for next week's light heavyweight unification bout, Joe Smith and Artur Beterbiev. Also have a discussion about the updated pound-for-pound rankings. Had a great visit earlier tonight with Devin Haney, the new undisputed lightweight champion of the world, who made the trip here to New York to be ringside to see Berlanga fight, all the way from Melbourne, Australia, where he had a masterful performance against George Kambosos to take all the titles.
And Angulo, being the veteran that he is, I don't understand why he don't know how to cut off the ring. You have Berlanga just moving to his left constantly. He's allowing him to move freely, and he's not meeting him with shots. He's not moving to the same direction and cutting off the ring. And he also is not throwing a shot, a looping shot, to cut off that angle from Berlanga. See, we sit here and we complain about the boxer, the guy that's using the sweet science, moving back. But what about the guy that don't know how to cut off the ring and to stop the boxer from doing what he does? Perfect opportunity for Berlanga right there. He escaped the corner, didn't come back with any offense. Angulo was not even set to punch.
Berlanga back to the jab.
Beautiful boxing. He's just jabbing. He's jabbing his way to victory right now.
Coming to the end of 6.